Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this Hifree touch control RGB lamp. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this says adjustable color temperature, adjustable brightness, color sequence, timer switch, touch control, wide choice of colors. I think that's everything on the package. Let's get this opened up. Here we have a power adapter. So the output on this is 12 volts at 400 milliamps. The cord's around 6 foot in length. We have a user manual. And here we have the light. There is a mirrored top on the top and on the bottom, and we have rubber on the bottom. So let's take a look at the manual. Here are the specs. This is 200 lumens. Color temperature is 3000 K, white light mode. Color rendering index is greater than or equal to 80 RA. Input is 100 to 240 volts, 50-60 hertz. Power consumption is 6 watts. RGB type is RGB light is SMD 5050. White light is SMD 2835. So those are the LED chips. Number of LEDs. RGB light is 4. White light is 24. Materials is ABS, polypropylene, silicone, and aluminum alloy. Cable length is 1.8 meters or 5.9 feet. Dimensions are 218 by 100 millimeters. The weight is 570 grams. So it says touch sensitive top surface, lamp cover, mode button, power input port, and cable slot. So it says to plug it in and plug it into power. So let's do that. Plug this into power here and I'll plug it in on the bottom. It has a little place there for the cable, and there's a mode button on the bottom. It has a little Wi-Fi looking symbol, but this product itself doesn't have Wi-Fi capabilities, so I will set that down like that. It says tap the top surface to turn the light on or off. Let me turn off my camera light. It says touch and hold till you get the desired brightness. Okay, so that went up a little bit. Take my hand off, and now it's going down. So every time you touch it, it's going to switch directions on how it's doing its brightness. So if you look at this, little light right there flashes, showing that we're at the lowest setting. So if you want a medium brightness, you would touch it and then stop when it hits the brightness that you want. So to turn this off, we'll tap this again. We can tap it to turn it back on. Go all the way down, we'll tap it. It stays at that low mode. And it stays at the high mode. So the dimming only works on the white mode. So there are 3 different modes on this. It has a white mode, automatic color cycling, and manual color cycling modes. You switch the modes by pressing the multifunction button. So I'll press this button on the bottom and we're in the color mode. Now you can't change the brightness in the color mode. This is going to automatically change the colors. So we can touch this to turn it on or off. Let's hit the next mode. So here we'll hold this down to change the color, and then when it gets to the color we want, we'll let go. So if we like that color, we'll let go. We can change it like that. And of course we can tap it once to turn it on and off. So we can turn that off. We can go into night light mode. We can hold this down for 2 seconds while it's off, and that will turn it on to a low white light. And then if we touch and hold it now, it will change to the regular white light mode. Now that the lamp is on, we can turn on a 1-hour timer. So to do that, you'll hold down the mode button and this will flash 3 times. And now you have a 1-hour timer. So if you want a light for your kid going to sleep or something, you can turn that on. It will run for an hour and then shut off. So this does have a memory setting. So when you turn it off and turn it back on, it goes to the same setting. Let's see if that works with the switch. So I'll turn this off with a switch, then I'll turn it back on. Okay, so it didn't go back on. It did go to the same setting there. Okay, so it does seem to reset when you kill the power to it completely, but if you set the setting with it and leave it plugged in, it will remember that setting in between turning it off and on. The reason I wanted to test that to see if this would work well with an external timer or a smart plug or something, and this doesn't seem like it would be compatible with those. So if that's what you're interested in, this is probably not the best product for you. So there are a number of different uses for a light like this. You could use this for a reading lamp, you could use it for accent lighting, you could use this in a kid's room or a nursery if you want, say, a color changing light to kind of distract your kid. You could use this as a night light by making it very dim. This kind of seems like a modern version of a pillar candle, like where you might have decorated with a pillar candle. You could use something like this to accent an area. So this could light up an area just for decoration. You could get a couple of these. So to me, the white mode seems a little more functional, whereas the color mode seems a little more decorative to me. So if you just want some decoration, you could turn this on the multicolor mode and let it cycle through its colors. Now, of course, you could also do the manual color mode and change it to different colors for the season. So you could have maybe red around Christmas time or Valentine's Day. You could have green around St. Patrick's Day and use that for different decorating purposes. So in this color changing mode, it's drawing 1.2 watts. This is varying as the colors change. So let's turn to the white mode. Let's get to the brightest level. Well, it's going to the lowest first. So the lowest is drawing 1.2 watts. Let's turn it all the way up. So at the highest, it's drawing 7.3 watts. So it's pretty low power draw. So that's the Hifree touch control RGB lamp. If you're looking for a functional light that can be used for many purposes like a night light, reading light, things like that, but also has some decorative features, is something you may want to consider. It's super easy to operate. So if you were to put this in a kid's room, they could touch it to turn it on. This could also be used for people that don't have fine motor skills. But a light like this has lots of versatile uses. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.